Okay, we have important things to discuss today. Normally, I know I'm talking about blah blah blah, be loving, oh, enjoy life. No, we have something serious we need to discuss. There is an affront to our identities as men and women in the world. I think you know what I'm talking about. We're talking about, well, Jon Stewart called it Tomageddon. This picture was in the J. Crew catalog that came out last week. The J. Crew catalog, seemingly an innocent publication, maybe a little bit heavy in the preppiness, which is a ailment into of itself. But let me go back to that picture. Let me walk you through this nightmare. The woman in the picture is the creative director at J. Crew, and she's there with her son, and she is, and I wish I could zoom in on this, but she is holding his foot, which is covered in pink toenail polish, and you can see there's pink toenail polish in the picture, and there's a quote in it talking about how much fun they're having. Now, I don't think I need to state the obvious that we can't have this. We cannot have boys expressing themselves with pink. Where will it lead? Well, there's an expert at Fox News that weighed in on this, so let's read what he had to say, just to make sure we don't misquote him, because he is the expert. Thank you for your patience. This is a big deal. Let's take our time. It's like a Senate subcommittee thing. Okay, this is the Fox News Body and Mind blog, Dr. Keith Ablow, or Ablow. These are his words. A recent feature in J. Crew's online catalog portrays designer Jenna Lyons painting her son Beckett's toenails hot pink. The quote accompanying the image reads, "Lucky for me, I ended up with a boy whose favorite color is pink. Toenail painting is way more fun in neon." Yeah, well, it may be fun in games now, Jenna, but at least put some money aside for psychotherapy for the kid, and maybe a little for others who will be affected by your innocent pleasure. This is a dramatic example of the way that our culture is being encouraged to abandon all trappings of gender identity, homogenizing males and females when the outcome of such psychological sterilization, my word choice, is not known. Not known? I think we know exactly what can happen if a kid gets their hands on pink when they're too young. A boy with pink? Okay. Now the truth is, I'm not really worried about this boy. Who I am worried about is the poor little girls his age. They're going to have to deal with the feelings of attraction once this kid gets to be a little bit older. When he hits puberty and he is in touch with his pink, in touch with his feminine side, we got to be worried about underage pregnancies, because this kid is going to be on fire. Okay, maybe I'm joking. Maybe I'm not. Here's the thing. This is a topic that is dear to my heart, and I'm generally not one to grab at the bait that a Fox troll would dangle for me. But I think this is an important topic. I think that it is an important just generally way of looking at the situation and why it's a problem. I think most people go through periods of their lives where they try so hard to be what they're supposed to be to avoid ridicule. Here's a 3-year-old boy who we're already labeling that in his playful explorations of self, he's off track, and we need to get him back on track of what the status quo wants. What an incredibly powerful example of how pervasive this instinct is, or this is in our culture, where if we are expected to be within a certain groove and live in that groove and live in that groove and live in that groove, and if people cannot place you in the right groove or put you in a box, there's two choices. You either have to open up your mind or condemn the person who is outside the box. And a small mind is much easier to condemn. There is that systematic layering on of values and carrots and judgments about ourselves and other people is so damaging. Because the truth is, as the mom said, he likes pink. So what does it do to an entity, a conscious being who's growing into this miracle of experiencing the world and this totally unique person with a totally unique personality and a totally unique creative force? What happens when, as it's being explored, our culture in overt or subtle ways is saying, no, 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 no. And pretty soon, what we are is this homogenized system of that we're fighting for values that we don't even believe in. Or we think we do, but that we believe in them because they've been layered on top of what we really are. The things that we really believe in, the things that resonate in us, we've been shushed out of. We've been had our eyes rolled and we teased and taunted until to try to be, live in harmony and not be ridiculed, which is, for most kids, me included, fear of being ridiculed is enough. I do a lot to avoid being ridiculed. The irony of all this is that, well, I can remember many times in my life in the last 10 years or so. Well, let me take a step back. Another reason why this is so powerful to me is that the reason that I have embraced pink so heavily is to confront exactly this, to confront this concept that random cultural designations are rules that we have to live in, and then we have to judge other people by. That's crazy. A kid likes pink, therefore he's on the path of being a transgendered, screwed up, needs therapy person? I would argue the opposite, that telling someone that what you like, you don't really like because it's wrong, that's what puts you into therapy. So when I first started really grabbing hold of pink, and it was because I wanted to say, look, there are certain stereotypes associated with pink, and I don't think I fall into any of those. So if you're going to take the time, you're going to have to force yourself to actually get to know me a little bit before you can just throw a judgment. And this whole hoopla is all about saying, wait, no, we need to make sure that we can adjust, the world can be put in these boxes. If you don't fit into a box, how can I live in a boxy world? Well, yeah, you don't live in a boxy world. How tragic to live in a boxy world. The number of times that I have been taunted for embracing pink, generally with the attack of being gay, or not said in so nice of a word, yelled at me from a passing truck generally, I always have the instinct to be like, if you only knew. Poor kid, probably with his buddies, yelling fag at this guy across the street, probably trying to increase his machismo, trying to feel more of a man. I would guess the ultimate goal would be to be a man and be with more women. But my life, if it's any indication, is that the less attached that I was to traditional macho roles, the more comfortable I was with my femininity, or feminine side even, the more in balance I became, the more attractive I was to women. I feel like pulling one of these guys aside and be like, dude, I know your bully friends are all trying to get you to, but dude, if you want to get laid, I'm not going to wear more pink. It's crazy. So, I know that this episode is clearly Fox News doing their baiting thing, but it's still a good reminder that nobody, no authority, no pundit, no newscaster, no celebrity, no anybody should be ever making you feel like something that you like, that resonates with what you are, is anything but perfect, anything but exactly what you're supposed to be, the only life, the only thing you have any control over is you in this body with this consciousness and these rambling avalanche of thoughts. And if we can strip out the crap that gets attacked at us, it's more and more and more and more beautiful. It's just tragic to know how many kids are not expressing themselves in some way, not getting to know their heart in that way. Hopefully, they'll get to a certain age and they'll do what myself and many people do, is that you socialize until you can function, realize this isn't what I am, and then you strip away until you go, this is so much better. Why did I care so much what that guy on Fox News said about Pink? Why did I care what the people yelling fag thought? Why did I care what anybody thought? So thank you for encouraging this pink boy. It's you know what? As Jenny Lyon says, toenail painting is way more fun in neon. So is life. As Grandpa Caleb liked to say, or as I use at the end of all my videos, it's Grandpa Caleb saying, you only live once. Enjoy the color. So simple. So awesome. And so dangerous. Look at that. Look at this kid's face. This is something that we need to deal with. This is something that we need to stop. Look at both of their faces. This we cannot have this. We cannot have this. I'm trying to find one last thing to show you. And there we go. Oops.
You only live once. Enjoy the color. 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 You only live once. Enjoy.
All right. So you say the time and place. I will be there. We'll have a toenail painting party. Maybe we'll even, put on eye makeup and just flaunt it, baby. Because plain dress up does not ruin anything. Plain dress up helps you explore the nooks and crannies of what life is all about. If you ever get afraid of exploring the nooks and crannies, then you live in the box. Uh-oh. Having a low volume issue. Not sure what's doing that. Well, good. We'll hit stop for now. Thank you for allowing this pink boy to be pink.